Welcome to Sandisa TV. Today I will tell you all about the 2018 American film called The Possession of Hannah Grace. Remember, this video contains spoilers, so be careful and don't forget to like and subscribe. During an exorcism ritual, the possessed Hannah Grace almost kills the priest by choking him while suspended in midair. Her father, Granger, then suffocates her to death using a pillow. As her father sobs over her dead body, a fly lands on her hand and it twitches ominously. 3 months later, Megan Reed, an ex-cop with the Boston Police Department, struggles with depression and an addiction to pills after her patrol partner was shot dead by a criminal whom she failed to subdue. Megan's friend Lisa Roberts finds her a night shift job in the Boston Metro Hospital's morgue, located in an intimidating brutalist architecture building, portrayed by Boston City Hall. During Megan's second shift, a man, later identified as Granger, aggressively tries to convince her to let him into the building, but she denies him and informs the two security guards Ernie Gaynor and Dave. However, shortly after, Megan helps EMT Randy to move the corpse of a brutally murdered young woman, later identified as the one of Hannah Grace, into the building, and the man secretly enters. Randy tells Megan a man stabbed Hannah to death and was then caught in the act trying to burn her body in an alleyway. When Megan tries to fingerprint and photograph Hannah's corpse, the camera explodes and the fingerprints return as illegible by the computer. Other strange things occur and Megan becomes more suspicious of the corpse. Megan soon encounters Granger trying to drag Hannah's corpse through the building. Alongside Ernie and Dave, Megan manages to subdue Granger. The latter screams Hannah's corpse must be burnt because she isn't really dead, but they do not listen to him and have him arrested by the police. Megan's ex-boyfriend, Andrew Kurtz, is still employed as an officer and responds to the scene. He agrees to help Megan identify the corpse. Soon after, Andrew tells Megan that Hannah Grace had died 3 months earlier and asked Megan whether the given fingerprints was Hannah's. Megan confirms this, and Andrew thinks maybe there is some error in the computer data. Meanwhile, Hannah kills Dave by telekinetically lifting him across the ceiling and into her refrigerated drawer in the morgue, where she breaks his body. Soon after, Megan notices that some of the wounds on Hannah are missing, as if it had healed by itself. Investigating the security footage, Megan sees a glimpse of Hannah's corpse crawling around in the building. She shows the footage to Lisa, who does not believe her and accuses her of having a relapse on her addiction to pills. Lisa is killed by Hannah soon after. When Randy returns to the morgue to deliver another corpse, Megan shows Randy the healing body of Hannah. After Randy leaves the morgue, Megan notices that the lift closes by itself and is going down. Megan investigates the security footage and sees a glimpse of Hannah's body crawling inside the lift. She rushes down to the access bay to warn Randy, but Hannah has already killed him. Suddenly, Andrew calls Megan to warn her that Granger has escaped police custody after killing the 2 officers transporting him. Moments later, Granger forces Megan to take him to Hannah's body at gunpoint. Granger explains to Megan that he is Hannah's father. He tells her that numerous exorcisms failed because the demon possessing her was too strong, and that it is able to possess Hannah's body after her death by killing people to heal itself. He tells her that Hannah had depression and it worsened until the demon was able to enter Hannah's body. The blue eye color is the sign of the demon possessing Hannah. Granger wonders why Hannah killed Dave and Lisa, but did not kill Megan. Megan agrees to help Granger cremate Hannah, but she reanimates and pushes Granger into the fire. Then she locks Megan inside her refrigerated drawer. Andrew and Ernie come to Megan's aid. Hannah kills Ernie and then tries to kill Andrew, but Megan forces herself to be calm. She picks up Andrew's firearm and shoots Hannah, then drags her to the crematorium while Andrew calls for backup. After a brief struggle before the incinerator, Megan pushes Hannah into the fire. Megan recounts how she has managed to stay clean for over 2 months. As she looks into the mirror at her reflection, a fly lands on the mirror's surface. Megan smashes it with her hand. Thanks for watching. Tell us in the comments if you liked this movie, and if you want to see more, help the channel out by hitting the subscribe button. See you next time. Welcome to Sandisa TV. Today I will tell you all about the 2020 American film called Unhinged. Remember, this video contains spoilers, so be careful and don't forget to like and subscribe. On a rainy night, a vengeful psychopath, Tom Cooper, is parked outside of his ex-wife's house. He removes his wedding ring and then lights a match, staring blankly at it, and a bottle of hydrocodone. Tom grabs a hammer and a tank of gasoline and breaks into the house and kills her and her boyfriend, and sets the house on fire. It explodes as he drives away, expressionless. The following morning, Rachel Flynn, a newly divorced single mother, drives her son Kyle to school during rush hour traffic. As she is running late to work, one of her clients fires her over the phone. She then honks at Tom's pickup truck, which is blocking traffic at a green light. He soon catches up to Rachel and tries to apologize, then asks for an apology in return, saying he wants to hit reset, and that people should apologize for anything they do wrong. The exchange escalates when Rachel tells him that she has nothing to apologize for. In return, Tom promises to teach her what it means to have a bad day. At the end of the road, Tom drives in front of Rachel and stops. He then drives away. Unsettled, she calls her friend Andy, who is also her divorce lawyer, and arranges to meet him at a diner. Tom somehow tracks Rachel to a gas station and switches his phone with hers while she is inside paying for her gas. She sees him outside and gets help from a customer who accompanies her back to her car. The customer gets Tom's license plate number but is killed not when Tom rams him with his truck, but after another car hits him. A more intense chase ensues, during which Tom shows Rachel that he has her phone. He uses her daily planner to locate Andy at the diner. Before she can warn Andy, Tom beats and stabs him to death in front of everyone, and is filmed by a customer. Tom tells Rachel over the phone that she must choose another one of her contacts to die next. When he suggests her ex-husband, her mother, or her son, she names the client who fired her, then calls the police, who respond to the client's home while Rachel is racing to her son's school. However, Tom has already arrived at Rachel's home, where her brother Fred and his fiancée Mary are living. Tom confronts him, holding Mary hostage, before repeatedly pushing her into Fred's knife, killing her. He then ties Fred to a chair and tells Rachel over the phone that she has 3 minutes to go into the school, get Kyle, and drive away, or he will kill Fred, as he wants him to read a letter about how Rachel is a liar. Rachel desperately demands that the principal release Kyle. She gets him and drives away. When a police officer arrives at Rachel's house, Tom sets Fred on fire. The cop shoots Tom in the shoulder and tries to put the fire out, but Tom escapes and catches up to Rachel and Kyle on a highway. They use a GPS app on her tablet to find out that Tom is in a minivan. It is indicated he killed someone for it, and is directly in front of them. When they attempt to alert a nearby police officer, Tom rams his car, causing a massive multi-vehicle car accident. Tom pursues Rachel to her mother's house where Kyle triggers a silent alarm and hides. Rachel rams the van that Tom is driving, flipping the vehicle, but he gets out and attacks Rachel, then enters the house in search of Kyle, intent on killing him next. As he is about to walk back outside, Kyle inadvertently alerts Tom to his hiding place upstairs. Rachel comes to and enters the house in an attempt to protect Kyle, but Tom finds her and they struggle violently. When Tom begins to strangle Kyle, Rachel stabs Tom in the eye with a pair of scissors, finally killing him. The police arrive and inform Rachel that Fred survived the attack. Rachel and Kyle leave to see Fred at the hospital. As they drive away, a car cuts Rachel off and she stops herself from honking at the angry driver. Kyle observes this and says, "Good choice." They drive away as the sun sets. Thanks for watching. Tell us in the comments if you liked this movie, and if you want to see more, help the channel out by hitting the subscribe button. See you next time. Welcome to Sandisa TV. Today I will tell you all about the 2021 American action film called Jolt. Remember, this video contains spoilers, so be careful and don't forget to like and subscribe. An ex-bouncer, Lindy Lewis, portrayed by Kate Beckinsale, suffers from intermittent explosive disorder, which is triggered by interactions with people. She has been seeing a psychiatrist, Dr. Ivan Munchin, who has been attempting to treat her disorder with an electroshock vest, which is slowly becoming less effective. He advises that she try forming a relationship with someone as another path to treatment. Against her better judgment, she goes on a date with an accountant named Justin, with whom she gets on very well. Just before their next date, she discovers he has been murdered. After the police seem indifferent to his killing, she goes on a hunt for the killer. She steals his belongings from the police station and escapes from detectives Vickers and Nevin in Justin's McLaren 600 LT Spider, ending in a crash that puts Vickers in the hospital. She uses Justin's phone to discover who he has been working for, which leads her to an arms dealer, who, after interrogation, tells her it was his boss, Gareth Faisal. She tells the police of the information she has uncovered, and Vickers gives her Faisal's location, but Nevin tries to stop her. She escapes Nevin and travels to Faisal's office building, where the head of security, Delacroix, detains her and confiscates her vest before releasing her. Delacroix informs Faisal, who asks for Lindy to be dealt with, while Lindy goes to see her psychiatrist to be provided with another electroshock vest. While she is there, her home is booby-trapped with explosives, but she disarms them and takes them with her, setting her own explosion in her apartment to make Delacroix and Faisal believe they have been successful. Lindy then attempts to break into Faisal's building, but is found by Delacroix and taken to see Faisal, who admits to having had many people killed. She is again detained by Delacroix, who attempts to kill her by exsanguination, but she escapes and uses Delacroix's own equipment to torture him to find out how to access Faisal's office. She fights her way through security to get back to Faisal's office, where she finds he is already dead, shot in the head by Justin, who reveals himself to be a CIA agent who had faked his death to use Lindy to kill Faisal, having paid for Munchin's research. Justin attempts to kill her by electrocuting her with her own vest, but she has become immune to its effects from overuse, and she uses the explosives taken from her apartment to kill Justin. Lindy returns to Dr. Munchin, who admits that he had been doing as Justin had said. Vickers and Nevin arrive to find Lindy holding Munchin at gunpoint against the wall. Assuming she is trying to kill him, they shoot her in the leg, but they discover she was handcuffing him to hand over to them. In the hospital, after receiving treatment, Vickers asks Lindy on a date. After leaving the hospital, Lindy returns to her burnt-out apartment and is met by a mysterious woman, who tells her she was superior to both Munchin and Justin and tries to convince Lindy to join her. In a mid-credits scene, a hacker who helped Lindy break into Justin's phone discovers that the keys given to her by Lindy as payment are for Justin's car. Thanks for watching. Tell us in the comments if you liked this movie, and if you want to see more, help the channel out by hitting the subscribe button. See you next time.